The Earth, once a cradle of life, was now an echo of its former glory. The once blue skies were painted in hues of crimson and orange, a canvas that told a tale of neglect and decay. The air, though still breathable, carried a weight of sadness, as if mourning the loss of the vibrant life it once nurtured. In the heart of what was once a bustling metropolis, nature was staging a silent revolution. Vines and wild foliage entwined themselves around the skeletons of skyscrapers, and the streets, once alive with the hum of human activity, were now the domain of wildlife that roamed with an air of reclaimed sovereignty. On a hill overlooking this surreal landscape stood Dr. Mira, a figure of resilience amidst the desolation. Her eyes, a deep well of knowledge and sorrow, took in the view of a world returning to its primordial roots. Her heart ached with the loss of countless lives and dreams, but her mind was focused, determined to complete the mission that humanity's survival had entrusted her with. Clutched in her hand was the culmination of human legacy, a small, radiant orb. This orb was not just a container of data, it was the essence of Earth's history, culture, and scientific advancements, a digital arc meant to traverse the stars in search of a new beginning. As the sun began its final descent, casting a golden hue over the landscape, Dr. Mira prepared for the launch. The orb, glowing steadily in her hand, was a beacon of all that was beautiful about Earth, its art, its music, its stories. In these last hours, as the shadows grew longer, Dr. Mira stood as a lone sentinel, ready to send off the essence of a planet that had been her home, a planet that, despite its impending end, was still capable of breathtaking beauty. As night enveloped the world, Dr. Mira's thoughts turned to the past. She recalled the vibrant Earth, teeming with life and color, a stark contrast to the current barren state. The memory of lush green forests, deep blue oceans, and the melody of life was a haunting reverie. She wandered through the remnants of a nearby city, her footsteps echoing in the empty streets. The silence was a stark reminder of the absence of human laughter, chatter, and the everyday sounds that once filled these spaces. In the heart of the city, she found an old library, its walls still lined with books. Here, the knowledge of ages sat undisturbed, a testament to humanity's quest for understanding and progress. Dr. Mira ran her fingers over the dusty spines, each book a relic of a world that no longer existed. Amongst the ruins, she discovered a forgotten garden, overgrown yet strangely beautiful. The moonlight cast eerie shadows over the flora, transforming the place into a surreal landscape. It was here, in this unexpected sanctuary, that Dr. Mira found a moment of peace. She sat down, the glowing orb beside her, and looked up at the stars. They seemed different now, not just celestial bodies, but destinations, new homes for the remnants of Earth's legacy she held in her hand. As dawn broke, the first light of the sun illuminated the ruins, casting long shadows. Dr. Mira, having spent the night in contemplation, felt a renewed sense of purpose. She knew what had to be done. She ventured deeper into the city, searching for the old space observatory, a place she knew from her past. The streets, now overgrown and wild, whispered tales of a time when Earth was full of life and dreams. Upon reaching the observatory, Dr. Mira began the arduous task of restoring power to the ancient equipment. The observatory, once a beacon of human aspiration, stood as a silent witness to the end of an era. With perseverance, she reactivated the telescopes and computers. As the systems whirred to life, the screens lit up, showing distant galaxies and stars. It was a view into other worlds, a reminder that life, in some form, continued beyond Earth. Dr. Mira spent hours scanning the cosmos, searching for the perfect destination for the orb. She sought a new home, not just for humanity's legacy, but for the promise of life's continuation. As the day progressed, Dr. Mira's search in the cosmos finally led her to a potential new home for humanity's legacy. A distant, Earth-like planet, orbiting a stable star, appeared on her screens, a beacon of hope in the vast expanse of space. With renewed vigor, she set to work on the final preparations of the orb. This celestial vessel, carrying the essence of Earth, was now ready to embark on its monumental journey across the stars. The observatory became a flurry of activity as Dr. Mira calibrated the launch mechanisms. Every adjustment, every calculation was a step towards preserving a fragment of Earth's legacy. As evening approached, the launch sequence was initiated. The orb, pulsating with a soft glow, was carefully placed in the launch pod. Dr. Mira watched with a mix of pride and sorrow as the countdown began. The moment the orb launched into the sky, a brilliant trail of light followed, piercing the twilight. Dr. Mira stood in awe, her eyes fixed on the glowing trajectory as the orb ascended towards its new destination, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of a bygone world. The night sky was now adorned with the trail left by the orb, a symbol of Earth's enduring spirit. Dr. Mira, alone in the observatory, allowed herself a moment to reflect on what had been accomplished. She thought of the countless generations that had walked the Earth, each contributing to the tapestry of human history, now encapsulated in the orb. It was a legacy of love, pain, triumph, and tragedy. Turning away from the window, Dr. Mira began to pack her belongings. There was nothing left for her here. Her mission was complete. It was time to seek a new purpose in these final hours. As she walked through the empty streets, the first signs of Earth's final transformation became evident. The sky began to shimmer with ethereal colors, a cosmic ballet heralding the planet's last dance. Dr. Mira reached a hill overlooking the city one last time. She sat down, gazing at the stars, a solitary witness to the end of an era. In this moment of solitude, she found a profound sense of peace, knowing that a part of Earth would live on, somewhere among the stars.